Hey guys, welcome to the recap of week one and my predictions for week two. We're going to go over obviously what I got wrong, what I got right. First game of the year, Detroit with the upset. I had question marks about KC, but I didn't want to go against them because I can't put anything past Patrick Mahomes. But apparently, they're going to need some help in the wide receiving department. A lot of drops. Very unfortunate, but it's great to see the Lions win because I believe in them. I'm a big Lions fan, have been since they were on Hard Knocks a couple of years ago, and it's been great to just watch their team basically exponentially just elevate themselves. It's so great. So go Lions. All right. Next up was Carolina and Atlanta. I picked Carolina. I I did not believe in the rushing attack that the Falcons were going to have, and I should have. That's that's an oversight for me. Knowing how badly they rushed on the Browns last year, I should have seen that they would continue to use Tyler Algier and Bijan as a kind of dual threat out of the backfield. Both those guys had amazing days. The Falcons looked real good in terms that they are maybe going to be competing for their playoff spot because their division is so weak, though. But they still looked better than the Panthers, and that was a rough outing for Young. We'll hope that he bounces back. Then we got the Texans and the Ravens. How did I have this? I obviously had this as Baltimore. Yeah, I made the joke that if Baltimore lost this game, that'd be pretty embarrassing. Um, and I mean, didn't look that great. The offense did not look that good. They come out with the 25-9 win, and that's good. But you want something more from the Ravens offense if you're a Ravens fan right now. The Texans. I mean, C.J. Stroud's first pass, right? He had batted up and catches it himself. Hope that's not an omen for the year, but nobody's expecting a lot out of this team. So hopefully there's something. There's some promise, right? I mean, that's just all you're hoping for, right? Next up, Bengals Browns. This is the one I love talking about because I could have told you this. I could have told you this would happen. Did I expect it to be 3-24? No. And my fantasy league suffered for that. I got Joe Burrow starting on my team. I figured he would get me at least 15 to 20 points. He got me 3 points. Ouch. I did lose this week, and that hurt. That hurt a bit. But I didn't see this big of a stomp. I expected the Browns to win. I did not expect this big of a stomp. Defense looks incredible for the Browns, and the Bengals here. I'm gonna give them a little bit of excuse because they kind of start slow no matter what. Joe Burrow's missed the last 2 preseasons, and it takes some time for these guys to ramp up to speed. I don't know why. I hope that they maybe fix it in the future, but I'm not expecting them to do well for the beginning of the season for a while now. We'll move on. Jaguars, Colts. Yep, I had the Jags. Not a shocker to me. Anthony Richardson looked like a baller. Not too bad out of him. And what was it, Pittman? I mean, I maybe it's a good wide receiver one for him. I don't know. I mean, it looked a lot better. And then Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley, great duo there. We'll go on to the next one, the one that surprised me the most: Buccaneers Vikings. I do not understand how the Vikings have like 300 passing yards before halftime, and they lose this game. Their their inability to convert when they get down the field is crazy. Oh my god. I mean, props to the Bucks. Baker has a clean day, 2 touchdowns, 60 yards, something like that. That's a good day for Baker Mayfield right there. Um, so a nice little dime to Mike Evans in the end zone too. So hopefully they can keep that up. But again, that was a shocker to me. Vikings usually last year didn't lose a one-score game, so they were pretty clutch when it came to it, but not this time. We'll move on. Titans Saints, about as bad of a game as you expected. The Titans, I had the Titans, I think, winning this one, didn't I? Hold on. No, actually, I had the Saints. I did predict correctly, but I expected more out of both of these teams. Derrick Henry getting less carries than the other back is a little concerning. Ryan Tannehill with 3 picks. 3 picks? Yeesh, looking like Josh Allen out there last night. We'll talk about that later. But that's brutal. Another stomp that I didn't see coming. San Fran and the Steelers. Didn't expect them I expected the Steelers to lose. I was not high on the Steelers like everyone else. Everyone and their mother was like, "Oh, the Steelers are going to be good this year." And I'm like, "You don't understand. No, they won't." Yeah, I didn't expect San Fran to come out and just absolutely obliterate them though. That's crazy. Um I had Christian McCaffrey on my fantasy team. He did great. Too bad it wasn't enough to pull me out of the depths. Anyway, um, Cardinals, Commanders. I did expect the Commanders to win. Sam Howell, a little underwhelming. I expected a little bit better from him and a little bit more from the offense there. Pretty unfortunate. Fumble pick six, whatever. Fumble six into the end zone. That ups the Cardinals more than they should have been. Does that make sense? I don't think this game was as close if you just don't make those kinds of mistakes. Packers, Bears. This is one where I lose. I had Green Bay. I had Chicago. I thought they were on the up and up, and DJ Moore with 2 receptions for like 20 yards is not what I expected at all. I expected a lot more utilization. I expected a better commitment to just moving the ball forward and getting down there and making points happen. On the good news, though, is I will be crying my eyes out because it looks like the Packers have landed a third great quarterback. He had, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns? Oh, my God. There's no way. How do they keep doing this? He looked really good in his debut, and without Watson. No Christian Watson, right? Yeah, so, Romeo Doubs with two touchdowns? Crazy. Aaron Jones had like a hamstring pull or something like that, but they stretched him out. I think he's fine. So he'll be good to go next week, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Green Bay Packers they're on the list now. I didn't expect them to be up there in terms of where I have them placed, but gotta keep an eye on them. Raiders Broncos. Yeah, I could already tell you right now. I don't think these Broncos are better than last year. I said that before. That's my hot take for the year is that the Broncos aren't going to do well again this year. And it might not be the fault of Russ. Russ looked all right. He looked better than he did last year, right? But he's still not great. He had 2 touchdowns, but the offense really just wasn't getting it going like they should. And that's going to continue to be a problem moving forward for them, as I imagine. Wow, next game was a classic. Loved watching the end of this. 36-34 from the Chargers. Crazy Tyreek Hill performance. That guy is on. He's on the hot route for the MVP right there. 2 touchdowns, 210 yards. I know he said he wants 2,000 yards this season, so that's going to be big. And they can make it happen if Tua stays healthy. What did I have? Did I have them winning? Yes, I did have them winning this one. So good on me for being able to see that the Chargers would shockingly be able to blow a lead again. Next we got Eagles Patriots. This game wasn't close at the start. It wasn't. There was nothing there at the start, and then all of a sudden, the Patriots kind of just bring it back and make it a real close game at the end. And there was an opportunity. There was an opportunity for them to win. Maybe in the future they'll win that one, but right now, it just doesn't look like they have the ability to really bring it home. Rams Seahawks. This one makes me feel good. Everybody was so low on the Rams, and I'm sitting here like, they're not that bad, guys. You got to stop, man. They lost their quarterback last year. They lost their primary receiver, which they did again, technically, for a couple weeks at least. But I mean, you can't like poop on them. They're fine. They're a good team. They're all right. They got a good coach. So I'm happy to see them come out. And I said that the Seahawks would start slow. So basically right there. Feels good. Cowboys Giants, yowza, 40-0. Yeah, this game was on my TV, but by the third quarter, I don't think I was looking at the TV because yikes, it was a bad performance all around from the Giants. Cowboys look great. I mean, the boys look like the boys, and the Giants look like the pipsqueaks. So God, I don't even know what more to say about that. And then finally, the big tragedy last night, Aaron Rodgers goes down after 4 snaps, tears his Achilles. But the Jets pull off the victory with Zach Wilson at the helm. Beautiful. Now, did I think that was going to happen? No, but I'm glad that my prediction stayed correct. Will that change some of my predictions going forward? A little bit. little bit. A little bit. I still believe in their defense, and Garrett Wilson with an insane touchdown grab. Beautiful. But yeah, no, I'm so iffy on it. Like, I want to believe, but I need to be convinced when it comes to Zach Wilson versus Aaron Rodgers. All right, well, let's go over next week's. All right, so here we go. We've got Vikings, Eagles. This is a pretty easy one, I think. We're going to all take, Philly on this one. I put it over here. It's over here. Whatever. Yeah. So we're gonna take Philly on this one. A little worried about the Vikings. We'll see how they go in the future here. Next up, we got Packers and Falcons. Yeah, I'm gonna take Green Bay here, especially after last week's performance. I think that they just are gonna be able to win this air battle real easily, and I don't necessarily know if the Falcons are going to be able to rush very well on them, seeing as how well they kind of contained the Bears' rushing attack as much. They didn't do a great job, but they did a serviceable amount. Raiders, Bills. Yeah, this. Ooh, man. Did the Bills bounce back here? Yeah, I'm going to give the Bills a bounce back here. I think they'll win this game. I still think they're a good team, but you got to get Josh Allen to pull his fucking head out of his ass. I mean, come on. You cannot throw 3 interceptions and fumble and expect to win that game. Going to overtime was a blessing for that team, and for some reason they are struggling crazily right now, and it's because of their quarterback. They got to focus up, play smart. All right, Bengals, Ravens. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincy. I mean, I know I say they start slow, but I don't expect them to lose to the Ravens because the Ravens, I'm not that high on them. I don't. Everybody has them like going to the playoffs, but I don't think that they're going there. I think that they're an under 500 team, and it's just going to be hard for people to accept until the end of the season. There's just a lot of missing parts, and it's week 1, and they're already dealing with injuries. They're starting running backs out for the season again, so that's a hard one. We got Seahawks, Lions. Yeah, let's go Lions. They look good. There's obviously some mistakes that I would have liked to see them fix. But I think that, again, the Seahawks will start slow, and the Lions are just they're on the heater. They've beat the Super Bowl champs. I think that they're going to roll into this one, prepared and ready. Then we got Colts, Texans. Yeah, this is Anthony Richardson's first win, I think. The Colts are just overall better team than the Texans right now, so I don't really see them losing this game. This is a divisional game too, so we'll see this matchup again later, I believe. Right? Yeah, AFC South. Yeah. So maybe we'll go 1-for-1, but until we get to that point, and I believe more in the Texans, I'm gonna say the Colts here. What else do we get? Oh man. Okay, Chiefs, Jags. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs here. They get Travis back, they should be fine. That's my guess. If they get Travis back, they should be fine. If not, I hope that the wide receivers did some catching drills at work. Because, man, that was a brutal watch. All right, Bears, Bucks. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give this one to the Bucks as well. The Bears don't look as good as I thought they would be, and the Bucks look a lot better than I thought they would be. So, gonna have to switch that pick up from my original guess. I have a sheet here of all the teams that I thought would win each week before the season started, and I've already obviously switched some up. Chargers, Titans. I'm gonna give this one to the Chargers. The Titans, Tannehill with 3 picks. Derrick Henry with less attempts than their backup. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Something's going on with the Titans, so they got to figure that out. We're gonna go Giants over Cardinals. I understand that they just had an extraordinarily bad game. I think that they bounce back though. I think that they'll be able to take on the Cardinals. That's one you just got to wipe out of your memory and be like, all right, this is week 1, 49ers, Rams. Yeah, I'm going to give this to the 49ers. They're on a whole different level. I understand the Rams are a good, decent team, but I think the 49ers are going to show that, Brock Purdy and this Brandon Ayuk connection, Christian McCaffrey, that defense, whole other thing. Jets, Cowboys, I'm going to give this one to the Cowboys. They were very dominant, and with the Jets losing their starting quarterback last night, yeah, struggling to see it. So, Commanders, Broncos. Yeah, I have the Broncos only winning a couple of games this season, so don't expect me to ever really pick them to win. Commanders are going to win this game. I think that you're not going to see a fumble six, you know? So, the Broncos have struggled to score more than 16 points in the last two seasons, so if they do that, they might win. I don't think they're going to do that, though. I think that you're going to see the Commanders probably end up with about 24 points. I'd like to see Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin catch some nice routes and get some good passes from Howell. I just hope that he continues to develop and do well. I really liked him last year in that last game, and I've been rooting for him since. Dolphins Patriots. It's a hard one because the Patriots always seem to have the Dolphins number at least once, right? But the Dolphins are going to win this one. I mean, Tyreek's on a mission. Tua's healthy. I believe that this game goes Dolphins' way. Saints Panthers. I'm going to give this one to the Saints. Panthers looked worse than I thought they would be. I believed in their defense a little bit more than I thought. Then I guess I should have. And the Saints look good. Look good-ish. You know, they look serviceable, like they should probably win their division, but will probably get bounced in the, you know, wild card, divisional, whatever. So they'll get bounced. I think first round is where I have their team basically at right now. Browns Steelers. The Browns are gonna win this. The Steelers looked bad last week, kind of exposed. The Browns looked amazing last week. I mean, tit for tat. I think we beat them at basically every position except for maybe wide receiver. They have good wide receivers, but basically everything else. If you want to compare Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt, that's a whole other story. But no, man, it's gonna be a good game, I think, and that's your Monday night 8:15 one. So it's gonna be a nice watch, but I think that the Browns are going to do well again, and I expect more out of Deshaun Watson this week as well. You know, he had one touchdown pass, one rushing touchdown, and a pick. I'm hoping for like 3 touchdown passes. I really want to see the air attack get going, and I understand the weather was not great last week against the Bengals, so I'm hoping that was like a big factor. So we'll see. We'll see moving forward how it goes, and those are my picks for week 2 of the NFL. If you liked it, like the video, if you want to see me continue to make all these picks throughout the rest of the year, make sure to stay subscribed. I'll release these either Tuesday or Wednesday every week, depending on my schedule. But thank you guys for sitting around watching and listening, and have a good one.